Hi guys, welcome back. Everybody's done their intros. So this week what we're going to be talking about is how we got diagnosed and the process that we went through. So since I'm Monday, I'm going to go. If you can hear all the noise in the background, it's my cat and dog playing. They're running around the house, so don't mind them. Alright, so I've written down a little timeline. So if I'm looking down, that's why. Alright, so let's start off. For the last couple of years, I've had all the classic signs and I have been treating each symptom alone. Didn't really understand why I was getting them, and I always thought that I would grow out of them. The mood swings, the hair, the migraines, the bad period pain, all that sort of stuff. I always thought I would grow out of them, and when I didn't, I knew that was time. So I ended up going to the doctors in the first place about January 2011 because I had a bunch of bruises on my thigh and I didn't really know why I was getting them. I wasn't bumping into anything. And after going onto Google and self-diagnosing myself that I had some liver problem or I was going to die, I decided to go to the doctors, and they were nothing. Don't know what they were. But while I was there, I spoke about my anxiety. And my doctor put me on Citalopram. I don't know. It's a anxiety tablet. I don't know how to really say it. Citalopram. And referred me to a therapist. I went and saw her for a couple of weeks. And nothing really came from it. It was great to talk to somebody about life and what I had gone through as a child and what I was going through now, but there was no real pinpoint as to why I was getting the anxiety. I was just getting this anxiety and I didn't understand why. And so that ended up finishing in about, I went for a few weeks. Sorry, that's my dog having a go at my cat. What else? When it came to August, I got really down and depressed because I didn't actually understand what was going on with my body, and I had all the signs and symptoms, and I was just getting really moody, and I was getting extremely angry, and the hair on my body I didn't understand, and like I said, I thought I would grow out of them, but I didn't. And being 22, I'm not a teenager anymore. I've gone through puberty, I've gone through, life stuff, and you sort of come into your own as you get into your 20s, and that didn't happen for me. So I went back to my doctor and I told her all the symptoms that I was having, and she sent me off for a blood test. I went and had a blood test. I came back and everything was perfect but for the hormones. One of the hormones was a bit high. I think it was a male hormone, not too sure, but one of them was a bit high, and that's when she basically said, I think you've got polycystic ovarian syndrome and I need to send you for an ultrasound. So as soon as she said that, I knew exactly what she meant, in the sense that all I knew about PCOS was you couldn't have children. That's what I thought at the time. So I got really down after that and I didn't make my appointments for a few weeks. But when I finally got around to it, in about August, or actually in about September, I ended up making my appointments for the ultrasound and another blood test. I went and had an internal ultrasound, which hurt like hell because the woman was full pushing at my ovaries to get those pictures. And then I had a normal ultrasound. Sorry, it's raining here and it's so dark and miserable and I'm so tired today. Anyway, I went and had the ultrasounds and the other blood test. Came back a few days later to pick up my results, and instead of keeping them sealed and waiting to go back to my doctor, I went back to my car and opened them. And on the ultrasound you could see that I had all the little cysts and everything, and on the sheet that they send with it, they basically said I had PCOS. So I went back to my doctor and she basically confirmed what I already knew and said that I had PCOS, and and then she put me onto metformin. I have no idea how to say it. Put me on that, so I'm on that currently. And she's referred me to a skin specialist, and that is coming into April, where my appointment is. So that was my little journey to figuring out how I had PCOS. Like I said, it had been going on for years, all the symptoms and signs and everything like that. I just didn't put two and two together. I thought I would grow out of everything. But it's definitely been a hard one, because I always suspected that, I wasn't like everybody else. I would get just things going on with my body. It wasn't normal, and the anger and everything like that, and the hair and the mood swings, and I was always constantly tired, which I still am. I get so lethargic. So I didn't really put them all together, and my doctor that I saw at the time didn't put them all together either, which I'm really annoyed about. So that's when I ended up changing doctors and went to a new doctor, and she was the one who sent me for all the tests. Marbles, stop. You're annoying the cat. Anyway, 6 minutes 20. Woo! So, I suppose I shall go, not bore you anymore. But that was my experience. I never had any problem with my periods. I've always had them normal. Never been late, never been early, always on time. So yeah, hopefully we'll hear some different stories this week. I look forward to hearing them all, and I shall see you next week. Goodbye everyone, have a good day.